of something great and the start of something even better, as the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie is gearing up to introduce a whole lot of new characters, as well as be the setup for many cosmic stories to be told in the future of the MCU, ones that will shape the universe as a whole, especially if Adam Warlock is shown in his prime. The one we know from the comics. Expected to be the darkest sequel in the trilogy, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will also be the last movie featuring the same lineup from the first two movies. A movie that will mark an end to a beautiful run for one of the most exciting, funny, and cohesive unit numbers that we have came to know more and more as time went by. Even in the movies that it wasn't about them, the Guardians always managed to leave a mark of their own. According to many of the speculations and the rumors about the movie, it is expected at the end of the trilogy to also present itself as one of the most influential movies of the entire Phase 4 of the MCU. The movie was first expected to kick off the story after the Infinity Saga. However, due to various reasons, COVID-19 related and director related, the movie will not arrive at the end of Phase 4, or even maybe at the start of Phase 5 of the MCU. The movie has been in production for quite a while now, ever since 2017. And over the course of the whole process, details were teased, and they go way beyond cast confirmations and simple story narrations. The uncertainty of the release date of the project also made for an incredible task for us to figure out what the story will be, which is a good thing, as the less you know about the story of said movie, the more surprised or excited you will be at the end. However, the extended development of the movie served us well, as we got to see various pieces of information come to light. And with that in mind, let's dive right into the thick of things and see how the movies will affect the wider MCU and its future. The third sequel is going to be a whole lot different when compared to the previous two movies. Not because it will be the end of a big trilogy, but because this movie will be the first one that will bring in connections from other projects of the MCU, other events into the franchise, with a lot of those connections pointing to the events of the Infinity Saga, but also the upcoming Thor Love and Thunder movie, which would result in that it has been more than a decade in universe amount of time between the Guardians' last solo mission. The big thing about the threequel will be the fact that the core 5-member team that everyone revolved around is going to become a matter of change, not because of the likes of Thor, Kraglin, Nebula, or Mantis joining in the ranks, but also the dynamic the newly found members will have over the course of the movie. And considering this is their last rodeo, we should be in for a treat moving forward, which could mean that a door will open for a potential fourth Guardians movie, with a new lineup as well. The one big thing that we haven't seen to a surmountable amount is the fact that the third movie story will be an emotional one. A roller coaster of a story that has been praised in the past by the cast members who have expressed their thoughts on everything after reading the script. The previous two movies excelled thanks to their humor. However, we should not leave out the strong emotional core the entire group has, especially Yondu's death, which is probably one of the most heart-wrenching scenes to behold in the franchise, which, put together with the teases of the ending bringing the death of one of the core members, could be a moment that will bring out a tear in our eyes, to say the least. Making it quite obvious, Gunn said that Rocket is the only character he relates to the most, and the third movie will explore his origins, which will probably make us love the Trash Panda even more, if that is even possible at this point. As Gunn said it, Rocket's origin story will also pave the way for where his journey is headed, a detail which we think will also be one of the most crucial ones in the story of the third movie as a whole.
I must cut through it from the inside.
Huh? No, Drax! Wait a minute! Run!
The other character said to have a much bigger role than the previous two movies has been revealed to be Gamora, who, after her death on Vormir in Avengers Infinity War, it became unclear as to how she will return. But Marvel cleared the air in the next Avengers movie, which saw Gamora rejoining the MCU as 2014's version of the character, thanks to the movie's time travel plot. This is a whole different version of Gamora, one that we have yet to explore, and one that has no recollection of a romance with Star-Lord, becoming a hero with the Guardians, or any other part of her MCU story that we have seen so far. One of the biggest changes the movie will bring to the MCU is the debut of Adam Warlock, portrayed by Will Poulter, who is a big game player and one of the most powerful characters in the entire Marvel Universe. Now, there are still no other details known about the character, what role he will be playing in all of this, considering he is supposed to be good, yet was created to be a foe of the Guardians. We will have to wait and see how the story and Adam develop throughout the movie, but he will surely leave a mark in the MCU that will echo for generations to come. The third movie by now has confirmed one Earth-based hero to be taken apart in the sequel. Of course, we are talking about Star-Lord. However, Gunn has teased us with interesting information about other character, or even characters, possibly appearing this time around. Originally wanting to keep Peter Quill as the only human on the team and not focus on introducing other cosmic characters, which seems to have changed as Gunn has talked a lot about the possibility of other Earth-based heroes popping up in the near future, opening up a new realm of characters for the sequel. This could mean anything, like any of the characters that are friends with the Guardians could take part in the threequel, an official Avenger we suppose, or even some new important characters that have yet to join the MCU, including the likes of Richard Rider, aka Nova, or Wendell Vaughn, aka Quasar, with the latter, according to our educated guess, having a higher chance of being that new individual of joining in. However, one of the big changes the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie will bring with itself is the setup that we have been promised for many future cosmic stories that will use the threequel as their groundwork. Many projects that are already talked about at Marvel, with almost all of them having some kind of a connection with the third Guardians movie. And even though we don't know how the sequel will do all of this, Gunn has been assuring us that the movie will be responsible for setting up at least the next decade of the shared universe. And this goes along very well with some of the newest characters we are going to see. For example, Adam Warlock, which could lead to the movie, in a way, serving as the introduction to Nova, the Annihilators, and many other major Marvel cosmic ideas. This could also mean that all the talks about the next big cosmic event, being the Annihilation Wave, could be much closer to what we expect. And before we end our video, we should mention this. The production delays of the movie gave Gunn the ability to create the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, a special that will release on Disney Plus in December 2022, which will be vital to the third Guardians movie, so you would not want to miss it. Keep an eye on it. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what has been your favorite thing about the Guardians franchise? Which character would you say feels the closest to you? Where do you see the story going? But also, what are your expectations for the movie, considering it will be the last James Gunn will helm? And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.